I'm headed to go speak at an event here in Orange County. It's a business summit. Got my bags packed, got my road done, I'm ready to go.
Good stuff. Can I help you with the bag?
I'm okay. Hey friends, how are you? Okay, so I'm here. I'm going to be speaking at a business summit that I'm really excited for. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of sneak peeks behind the scenes. JD's going to be filming, but if you're like the praying or the warm and fuzzy type, send me a little bit of good luck because I get so nervous before I speak. So my goal and objective today is to take it easy, to walk through a cadence and make sure that they're picking up every single morsel along the way because I want them to apply what they're learning about Instagram for their business today.
So Lauren, when she speeds up a lot, we'll do the wave, you know, like
slow down. Whew, feeling a little nervous.
Showtime, it's showtime.
There we go, boo. I wasn't even guaranteed 25 minutes. What a fool for me to think that I was somehow indispensable, that I had 25 years of, I'll start living my life when? And it was at that time that it was time for me to make a decision. Because when I got back from my honeymoon, I sat on a table in a very, very, what I say, ripe neighborhood of Los Angeles. I had no money. I was in this tiny little apartment with my husband. And that is how I ended up crying into that plate of pasta because he said, you have a letter to go back to law school. You have to make a decision today. And I said, I don't want to go back there. And that is when he asked me, if you could do one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? And I said, I think I want to be a photographer. And he said, okay, but don't you need a camera for that? I can't even make this stuff up. Engagement is growing the fastest on Instagram than any other social platform across the board. And I say this because I understand that you get it. Basis is having a good photo. So what we're going to do in the next 40 minutes is we're going to talk about your who, your what, and your how. Who are you trying to attract on Instagram? Because we know not all followers are created equal. We want people to engage because when people engage, there's a higher likelihood of them transitioning from a follower to a customer. We want to know what. What are you going to be posting on Instagram that is going to be attracting them into your orbit? Just because something you think is interesting doesn't necessarily mean that it's resonating with your audience and then transition them into customers. And we're also going to talk about the how. How can you, without any sort of photographic knowledge or information, there might be some photographers, professional photographers in this room, we'll even talk about how we can up-level that, but the basics. Okay, so we're going to start with your who. Who are you trying to attract on Instagram? I think that you need a very clear idea of who this person is. If you don't know who that person is, what you're putting out is content and you hope that it lands somewhere. But when you create content that is tailored to the person who you want to work with, your efforts become scalable. I don't know what happened. What do you think happened? And I asked her, well, who are you targeting on Instagram? Who are you trying to go after in your business? And she said, women. I was like, okay, that's about half of the human population. We got to narrow that down a tiny little bit. Because it's very different to create marketing content for a woman who is 55 in the middle of Minnesota to an 18-year-old in Southern California. Where are they shopping? Where are they going? What's their last recent YouTube search? Who do they follow on Instagram? We need to understand the psychology of who we want to go after within our business and have a very clear idea of who that person is. And you can download 5 free stock photos that you could start using on Instagram to see how they're working. What you're going to be seeing in these photos are all 5 things implemented in great light. You can use these for your Facebook ads, for your Instagram ads. They're yours to use. No photo credit needed. I just want to make sure that you guys are leveraging it in a way that makes you feel really happy and proud. Thank you guys so much.
Girl talk.